Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Zenkai for the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Now Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks had a pretty good Zenkai, it looks to be, at least to me. And you got a pretty nice Zenkai boost as well. So hopefully it's enough to kind of push him into a bit of relevancy in the current meta. So in terms of his abilities now, his ultimate skill deals massive explode damage, has 20% ultimate damage inflicted, and if there are 3 battle members he has a 75% chance to inflict feint on hit, which is pretty good. I think overall it's quite nice that he's got the ability to inflict feint. Feint's a pretty powerful ability, so most times they don't like to give it out so much. Then in terms of his special move, his main ability, he has Here I Go. He will draw the ultimate card, Art Charging Ultra Boo Boo Volleyball next. He restores his own health by 20% and ki by 50%. And he cancels his own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. So kind of a pretty standard, like ability, nothing too crazy there, at least on the face of it. In terms of his special skill, he will immobilize the enemy on hit, very similar to the Super Boo ability, but now he will restore his own ki, which is pretty good, and he will apply an attribute upgrade as well. So just pretty decent changes to that special skill. His Z abilities obviously have not changed, but he's a HP unit, which always makes them pretty valuable, especially in the PvP setting. And he now also boosts Fusion Warrior and Yellow, which means that Ultra Vegito and also the Legends Limited Blue Gogeta are going to be getting a nice little buff by running along with this guy, which I think is pretty good. Both those units do need the Zenkai buff, so it does help out both of them quite a lot, and I think it makes both of them a little bit more relevant and kind of meta defined. Now in terms of his unique abilities, it's all relatively straightforward stuff. Crazy Strong has been adjusted with now a 40% increase to damage inflicted and some other increases over time. Confronting Resolution has obviously been adjusted as well. Basically, which just increases the amount of damage reduction he has when changing cover, as well as increasing his arts card draw speed, which is pretty good. I think overall his passive changes were solid. Indomitable Will is one of his new passives, and if his HP is 50% or below after being hit by an enemy's arts attack while he's on the battlefield, he will gain damage infliction, reduce the enemy's ki, seal one of their cards, and the sealed card cannot be used. And then he's got Inspiring Warrior, which will basically apply some damage increase effects when he lands a strike or arts card cost, and he will also destroy one enemy card randomly. So he's got some nice tempo control abilities, the ability to reduce enemy ki, destroy enemy cards, seal enemy cards when he's low on health. Means he could be a nice unit to throw in during a combo and just get your opposition to kind of throw away a bit of their tempo. Now in terms of everything else, I think personally speaking it's pretty straightforward. If you've done a Zenkai before, you should be more familiar with these Zenkais. So you have the missions, which will give you 4000 Zenkai power, or the Awakening power, and then you have the Battle Gauntlet that will give you 3000 Z Awakening power. And yeah, pretty straightforward stuff, honestly speaking. So super duper simple. Battle Gauntlet, 3000 Z power here, 700 Chrono Crystals, more heavily favored towards the back end as always, but you can just end up deciding how far you go in that. I will be covering it as usual on the channel. And of course, if you're feeling super lazy, you can just Zenkai Awaken him via summoning, or you can alternatively buy the booster pack under the special section of the missions. So pretty straightforward stuff. Beyond that, there's nothing really else too much to say. We will take a look at the units that benefit from his Zenkai boost, but the two notable ones I've already mentioned. So obviously the Ultra, Super Vegito and the Yellow Gogeta Blue are both who benefit from this. Majube's also not actually a bad shout as well. So at least 2 or 3 options here, depending on how you want to construct the team. So some pretty decent stuff overall. But I think that basically covers everything you need to know about the Zenkai. Let me know if there's anything else you need to know, and I'll obviously get back to you. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.